If you hate this, but you love this, then you are buying into makeup trend. And guess what? You'll probably like this in the next 3 years because indie sleaze is taking over music, fashion, makeup, and culture in a big, big way. So in this video, we're gonna find out why makeup looks become trendy. We're gonna look at what looks are considered trendy and what looks are considered classic. And then through all of that, you're gonna find out how you can discover your own makeup style. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is 𝓸𝒾𝓂𝓁𝓈. I am the makeup tester. And here on this channel, I test makeup to help you guys make better purchasing decisions. That's usually what I do on this channel, so if you like that kind of content, make sure that you're hitting subscribe. So if you like trends, hi, me too. So let's take a look at trends over time. Between 2011 and 2016, we had a full glam era. This was the overarching macro trend. The micro trends within this trend was bright colored lipstick, pinky nude lips, like washed out pinky nude lips. We had smoky eyes, full big heavy lashes, Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow eyebrows, you know what I mean? Highlighted inner corners and very, very matte foundation. In 2017, a more minimal style of makeup started emerging for these early adopters. And I will never forget this. It was one of my first jobs out of university, and I was working for this makeup brand. It was my dream brand to work for. And I was at a meeting with 40-year-olds, okay? They should have known better, but I was shamed in that meeting for wearing so much makeup because at that time, I didn't know that minimal makeup was like the next trend. And I was wearing winged liner and I was wearing a full foundation, and you know what? I was shamed. I was so shamed. And you know, they were like in their 40s, they should have known better, but I digress. If you were wearing minimal makeup at that time, you were definitely considered an early adopter. Now, it's safe to say that we are in the late majority. So if you're wearing minimal makeup right now, you are in the late majority because most people are wearing minimal makeup. Of this overarching minimal makeup trend, we have micro trends within. So we've got freckles, laminated brows, dewy skin, light lip gloss, that kind of a thing. Now, before we go on, just for 1 second, I want to compare makeup trends to fashion trends. Y2K is the overarching trend that has been happening since 2011, but within that, there is micro trends like baby tees, low-rise jeans, Guess purses, kitten heels, sneakers, cargo skirts. Makeup is also in an overarching Y2K trend, but it just hasn't taken off yet. If you're participating in micro trends like skinny brows, brown lip liner, even black lip liner, cool toned makeup, then you are in the early majority. Makeup is usually late to the game in comparison to fashion, always has been. But the nice thing that I've always loved about makeup is that, at least for me, I feel like fashion feels like a hamster wheel that you're always rushing to keep up. Whereas with makeup, I feel like micro trends move a little bit slower and it's more sustainable and easier to participate in them. Speaking of micro trends, let's not forget this expressive era that we just went through during the pandemic. That bold, crazy outfits, but also bold, crazy makeup, like that euphoria micro trend moment. You guys have seen this. It was like what 𝓸𝒾𝓂𝓂𝓁𝓈 was too early to do, like 𝓸𝒾𝓂𝓂𝓁 was too early to this trend. It came, you know, years later, but it's like face gems, maximalism, and I think euphoria really made it blow up. What I always find interesting and honestly kind of manipulative is that consumerism works like this. When one thing is on trend, the pendulum swings from one extreme all the way to the other, and the next thing you know it, the complete opposite is on trend immediately after that other thing. And this is not exclusive to just makeup. Think about it. In early 2000s, we had dark wood everything. IKEA was selling everything in dark wood. Now, everything is light wood Japandi style. But even more so with fashion. So like think about the Devil Wears Prada era where everyone was wearing stilettos. Now women don't even touch stilettos. It's all about sneakers, ballet flats, clogs, Birkenstocks. The reason why companies do this, the reason why this system works is because it makes you feel shitty about what you have in order to get you to buy more. They do that by introducing products that sharply contrast its preceding trend to make what you have obsolete and feel like you need to spend more. So that's more or less a recent history of makeup in the last decade, but how can you tell when something is trendy or not? So the key is, if something feels like it's really far from the norm, it's more than likely a trend and performative. What do I mean by that? Regular size eyebrows, they're always gonna be a classic, but overly plucked eyebrows, kind of trendy. Really, really thick eyebrows, also kind of trendy. And guys, this is something that I've noticed. Usually you can tell how long a trend will last by how many people adopted it and how quickly. The steeper the slope up, the quicker the crash down. Now, I'm not just talking makeup trends. Think about like, 𝓉𝒾𝓂𝓁𝓈s. What's like recent? Sneakers. Like sneakers blew up recently, just that culture, and it's gonna come it's already coming crashing down. Or, oh, remember the brown puffer coats, the North Face puffer coats that everyone wanted? Another example. But let's talk about this with makeup, right? So from each category, I actually have a list here, so I want to read it off for you. Okay, starting with eyes, graphic liner, gems, fox eye, bright inner corner. For the face, dewy skin, freckles, tons and tons of blush, visible pimple patches, skull contouring, and wet highlighter. For lips, overlining your Cupid's bow, brown lip liner with gloss, black lip liner, lip injections. Even though this is not a makeup trend necessarily, we are finally starting to see the end of this. For brows, laminated brows, super skinny brows, soap brows, remember that? Straight brows, arched brows. So you might like these trends. I know I do, but how can you tell when you actually like something or whether you just like it because it's a trend? The answer is, if you just so happen to like something as it's popping off on social media or TikTok or whatever, then chances are you like it because it's popping off. You like it because it's a trend. It's probably not a coincidence. I swear I'm making this video for myself too. I'm like really looking at my own behavior here. So if what I've just mentioned are all the trendy makeup styles, then what is considered timeless? Let's get into it. You can tell if a makeup style is timeless or trendy by how far it deviates from what's standard. So if we take a bold lip, for example, red is a classic bold lip, but remember in 2016 where like the lilac lipstick was popping off? That was a trend. It came and it went because it was deviating so far from the norm. Another classic is the natural makeup look. If we look at makeup over the years, the natural look has never left. It has always been a classic style of makeup that is the root of many different makeup looks and renditions stemming off of it. Styles that are considered timeless are ones that have deeper historical roots. For example, one timeless trend is the jewel-toned eyeshadow trend. Guys, this was worn before Christ even existed, okay? And this was worn by Egyptians, and then it later kept coming back in various eras, like it came back in the 80s, for example. Another one is kohl eyeliner. So kohl was worn by Egyptians as well, and it was also a staple in the Middle East. So we know this has deep roots, and this is something that is timeless. It's not trendy. It can be worn by whoever, whenever. I mean, all of this can be worn by whoever, whenever, but this is something that is a staple. Sultry dark eyes, red lips, red polish, that was really popular in the flapper era in the 20s. Chanel was really pushing that look, and that's just gonna be a classic look forever. It's really stood the test of time. And what about the Hollywood tan, guys? So that started in the 30s when people really started looking up to celebrities as figures and movie stars started becoming influential. And that look has taken on many forms. You've got the beachy natural makeup. You also have that in a full glam scenario. So, you know, these root kind of timeless trends have taken on so many different kind of like avenues, and that's how you know when something is very timeless, when it has different versions and modifications of it. The root of why I wanted to make this video is because trends are good and they're fun, but they should never make you feel like you have to run out and buy something with urgency. That's never really a good feeling. It is definitely better for your self-esteem, it's better for your wallet, it is better for your relationship with yourself, just to play into the trends that you genuinely like. That's why there's such a satisfying sense of power and self-control when you develop your own personal taste and style. So, here's how to find your own makeup style. First, you gotta find out what you like. Unless you are trying to challenge yourself to be more creative and push yourself out of your comfort zone, you should just be gravitating towards the things that you genuinely like. A perfect example of this is I never felt really comfortable wearing gemstones on my eyes, so I never did it. Even though Euphoria was making it like this big thing, I just never played into that because that wasn't me, you know? I didn't feel it. The tricky part is deciding what you genuinely like and differentiating it from what you've been told to like. That can be hard, but once you start practicing better intuition and listening to that intuition, you're gonna be good. You're gonna find exactly what you like. Paying attention to what genuinely feels good when you look in the mirror or when you step outside, that's how you know what your style is. That's how you know what you're comfortable with and what makes you feel really good inside. Secondly, to find your own makeup style, you wanna make sure that you are doing things that flatter your face. You have your very own personal, unique face, and what better way to make your very own personal unique style than following the map of your face. And a really good way to learn what flatters you is to check out YouTube channels that help you along this process. There is one called, well, there's this one YouTuber that I really like. Her name is Alexandra something, I can't remember her last name, but I will link her channel down below because she is a master at teaching you how to use makeup techniques that flatter your own face. Now, I've heard some people say that it's not womanly and it's kind of childlike to be playing into trends. And when you get to a certain age, you should just be going for more classic styles. Let me know what you guys think about that statement in the comment section below. I personally think that is nonsense. Nonsense. Wear what you want to wear. Play into trends if you genuinely like playing into trends. But if you want to find your own makeup style and your own kind of like energy, then hopefully this video has been helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys do like makeup content and you want to see more just like this, then hit subscribe and I will see you guys next week. Peace.